Good morning. Welcome to Craft Round the Clock. I'm Sheila with Sweetie's Creations and Decor. Come on in and let's do some things today and have fun. So I'm just doing some more pumpkins. I've been in a pumpkin mood, so I thought I would just do a few more pumpkins. So I'm going to recycle a couple of things just because I found them in my stash and I said, you know, it's time to update, redo. Sometimes you just have to update. Sometimes it's just easier to do that. So y'all come in and say hello. I know Miss Sandra is finishing up. Let's get us up over here on the laptop, hopefully. Here we go. Now today I may have comments. Yesterday I could not get, and the day before I couldn't get my comments to come up on the side on the computer. They were not there. So hopefully we've got this correct today. Yeah, I'm beginning to be able to see. Hey Teresa, good morning Irma, good morning Sarah. Thank you for sprinkling Teresa. Good morning Tracy. So we are ready to roll. So I had this pumpkin. I got several of these either last year or year before from the Dollar Tree. If they have them this year, they'll probably be more expensive. But this side says thankful. So I did that one for the Thanksgiving, and then I used this side. And I'm going to tell you what I did on this. I took some of this crust. This is from Paint Couture. I had some left. I got this one time. I had some left. And I just put some paint in the crust and made it kind of crusty right here. And then the background was, it was one of the metallics, y'all. I can't remember if I did this last year or the year before. These flowers here and this one, these came off of an old swag that I had that was getting kind of yucky. So I just cut the flowers and things off and saved them. So that's all I really did to that. Nothing real fancy, but we're going to put a pumpkin on it. And I went ahead and did some resin. Now I'm going to tell you, I used the fast acting resin. I like the resin, but I think I'm going to get the longer lasting because it's so hard to get this in so quick. Hey Natalie, how are you? Hey Design Your Day with Patsy Ray. Hey Miss Kimmery, my friend Kimmery from Be So Creative. Hey, good morning Della. Good morning Nora. Good to see y'all. Hey Phyllis. Welcome on in. Everybody's here this morning. Whoop whoop, it's a party. It's a party. It's Thirsty Thursday, so y'all grab your coffee, whatever you need. Okay, y'all, hold on. Now, the video that I did yesterday, that's what decided to suddenly come up. So who knows what's going on with Mr. FB? Y'all, there's an update every week. It's something crazy every week. Now, see, this one may not come up the same. It doesn't. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why they don't let us see the comments on our computer anymore. Well, we were just read from the phone. It's okay. Hey, good morning. Your Texas is cooler. It's a little cooler here too. Y'all grab your coffee. I definitely need coffee. I woke up about 6 something. I heard my husband in the shower. He sings. He's got the radio on. You know, he goes, I try to be quiet. But I usually just sleep through it. But so I did the pumpkin. I'll show you the mold. These molds were out. I ended up finding one. I hated to pay extra, but I couldn't find one anywhere else. And so I got this one off of Etsy. And this is the IOD. I've been looking for it. Was going to get it last year and didn't get it. So I went ahead and got that one. That was before I found out that my car is needing work. So, I did get me a shirt for the for our meetup in September. I will not be able to go. We had the air conditioner break. Now we've got to do work on my car, which is going to be a good little amount. So we had to do that, and then we're supposed to go to a wedding in my husband's family up that direction in November or December. I can't remember. I'm hoping we can go. So we and we get to see our grandson and our children. So we kind of have to do what we need to do right now with that. I'm hoping I can go the next time, and we're hoping to get some maybe a little meetup in the south and maybe get some of the creators together for that. So y'all, I haven't used a lot of resin, but this was the fast acting, and you can get this from Michael's. I think you can order it online, but it is so quick. I think I'm going to get the other kind and let it dry overnight. I know that I think Miss Kimberly uses that and she has really good luck with it, but I tell you, that quickness, stirring it, and as soon as it gets warm, y'all, it's ready to pour. Don't let it get more than that. It will stick in your cup. And then I was pouring and trying to do a little bit more of them, and it already was getting dry. So I might try that. So I've got the bottom piece. Right here, these pieces stuck a little bit. Just take your scissors when they do that. Take your little scissors, and you can just cut off. That's all it is. Just cut it off. And I've got some other little pieces. So I thought I would put that on here, and that would dress this up. I hope it's going to lay well. I did get a little bit of ookie right there on the back, and I don't think I can cut that off. I might can razor blade it off, but we'll just make it work. We'll just make it work. Then I've got the little leaves, and you see right here you have a little bit of edging on there. You can just take these little scissors, just be careful with it, and you can just kind of carve that off if you get some extras. And somebody that does resin is probably saying, oh my goodness, she can't pour resin. Well, I am new to resin, so I don't pour it as well as some people. But some people can just get it poured out and they have no problem. But it is a little bit of a different thing to work with, and it does dry quick. So this is done in 10 minutes where you can use it, which is a good thing. But I think that I'm going to get some of that longer later on. I didn't tell my husband I bought the mold. So we're not supposed to be trying to spend a lot of money right now. But we found out my car's got some major things we got to do with it. And it is older, so that's understandable. All right, y'all, I'm deciding. I think I want to put that one there. A little leaf. And then this one was kind of on the top, and I may or may not use that one. So let's get these painted up. I think I'll paint the leaves. Let's just put that over the top. It's just a little block. It just sits. They're little pumpkins. So here's another one. And this is what it looked like. And I got this off on that one to use that other side. But it had this just little, so that one's this one. So it's just little pumpkins. I'm going to try to cut me some of those out of some wood. I haven't seen any of those this year. Of course, they don't have everything out at mine. They had all the school stuff out. So let's paint this up. Now I think I'm going to paint it in an orange, but I want it to make sure that it's going to show up on there. So I might do it, let's see, we might do some orange. Might add a little, and that is the Aperol Spritz, and then maybe I'll do a little bit of the chocolate souffle and darken it just a little bit. I'm just putting a drop or two, and we're going to see how that'll work. Let me get a stir stick. So how have y'all been doing? Y'all doing anything fun this week? What about this weekend? Anybody doing anything fun? This is Labor Day weekend, right? Nothing prepared here. Now my husband has to work Saturday because, you know, they've got some of the guys off for Labor Day. So he'll have to work Saturday. But he'll be off Monday. But if somebody's off on the weekends, he has to work. Help out that way. So there's lots of things going on here over the weekend. I don't know. I won't probably be doing anything special, but just hanging out and getting some things done around here. All right, and we are going to need some green. I didn't get the green out. Let me get my green. Y'all know I love some of the greens, so I'm not sure what color green I might want. I'll get some of that out. All right, let's just get this painted up. So if some of you do resin and y'all can do it, give me a tip. I mean, the only thing I know to do is mix it till it gets, and then it gets warm, And it says about a minute, but as soon as it feels warm, I go ahead and start pouring it out. But and I did a little bit at a time and did 2 sets of it. But the second set, I was pouring it and it started getting hard. So I hate to waste. That's why I'm thinking maybe the longer lasting is better. And then you just let it dry overnight, and then you just pull your mold out. I do also have some of the Form Flex coming in, because I had already ordered that too. So I try to get a couple of new supplies. Then we found out about the car, and I said, well, that ends that. So we're going to have our Fun Friday will be next week. It will be I don't know if we're having our sale or not. I haven't heard yet on that. So I don't know if we're going to have our sale, but I am going to have a sale and sell some things, even if I do it on my page, because I do need for you to have your form filled out on Craft Round the Clock to buy from me, because that's the way that I do it. That way I've got all your information right there to bill you PayPal with your email and all of that, and you do have to fill that out. Okay, so make sure you do that if you haven't filled out the shopper's profile. These paint up good. I haven't used it a whole lot, but they do paint up really well. But see, that's a little bit more of a rustic orange than that bright orange. See, a little bit more rustic. I added just a little bit of brown in there. So I do like the color. That's pretty. That came out well. All right, let's get our green. I do have the spring. This is called Sour Apple. Let me put a little bit of it. And I think I'm going to do it more. I'm going to add a little bit of brown to it to make it a little bit sage green. I like some sage. Let's see how that looks. How are y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Everybody's had a good week. It's almost Friday already. Can y'all believe that? I know. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I've got some things to do today. I got to get some things done around this house. And I'm trying to get my fall things out, because I went ahead and started getting some of my fall things out and decorating. I'll probably do a lot of that tomorrow while I have a little bit of time. But I'm going to start getting things out for that. I'm trying to see what projects I did last year that maybe I want to redo, or maybe I wasn't. A lot of times, y'all, I have things that maybe the next year I'm thinking, I think I could do that better, and I'll just take and recycle a lot of things. And I'm having to recycle a lot of my surfaces because I have way too many things stored. We have things everywhere, and our attic is very hot, so we can't put any of my craft things in the attic. None of my can't put, and I might put a little bit of color on this too. See, that was the sour apple. See the difference in it? With a little bit of brown, just gives it a little bit more of a sage kind of color. I've just got all these surfaces, and it's hard to store all those things, and I have them in every closet. Now, it's just time to get some things out, move them around, do some things. And so I'm repurposing some of the surfaces. If it's something that I had that maybe I didn't sell, or I wasn't as pleased with, or something. Or sometimes your taste changes. So I'm going to try to get that done. If it's cool and it's cooler right now and I can work out there, and then tomorrow I will be able to work before I go to Zumba. And that will help. Okay, y'all, on this, I'm trying to decide the color. This is kind of that little, I think it would probably be better in like the glazed donut or something like that, I think, color. Let me grab it. Got to find it. I got me a new one. Let's see, I got some right here. That one's like about to get to the empty point. Oh, I may have it out here on the table. Let me push that to the side because it's kind of icky. Okay, let me get this brush. I think I'll get a brush up here. Let me get this one. I like to wet my brushes. We're still moving. I thought the computer wasn't, but hey Cheryl, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Hey, Design Your Day with Patsy Ray. Good morning. Hey, the Pink Llama. Hey, Min. Good morning. Hey, Tanya and Martha. Lady T's watching. Good to see you today. Hey, Lori. Hey, Belle's Creative Studio. How are you today? I hope you're good. All right, y'all, let's see how this looks. Should it be a little bit more gold in it? Maybe a little bit of juicy mango? I can't remember on these things. I know that they've got a little bit of kind of brownish, goldish, almost like corn. That's what I'm kind of seeing. So let me put a little bit of that in there. Let's see how that looks. It might be too that looks almost gray. Let's put a little bit more of the juicy mango. I just like to mix colors, as y'all know. Let's put a little bit more of that in there. Yeah, maybe just a little bit of this. Yeah, kind of make it look kind of like straw, do you think? I kind of like that better. Yeah. Let's try that. May have to mix some more. Should we do this part the same color or just this like the wheat? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Hey, Lane. Good to see you. If I didn't speak to you, I may not have seen you. And I will go back and say hello to as many people as they allow us, which is about 10 comments, and that's about it. And then you get put in prison. So we know a lot of things are changing with Facebook. Y'all hang in with us. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to let them run us off. A lot of us even have a YouTube channel. You can follow us on YouTube. So the little link at the bottom of my video, you can go there and find my YouTube. Make sure that you go and watch a video for at least 5 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes, and then hit the subscribe button, and that counts for us having a subscriber. Otherwise, they just see it as spam, and they don't really count everybody. So just do that. That will help tremendously. And we are taking some classes right now on YouTube with Miss Tracy. And I tell you, Miss Tracy knows a lot and has taught us quite a bit on that. And that is helping us grow our YouTubes. So I don't mind that color. Do you like it? Thank you for the hearts. You like the color? I do too. I kind of like that. Let's put it where it won't get any more. Should we do the other part a different color or the same color? I don't know. It might look all right. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think so. I think it'll look all right. So tomorrow is Scrapwood Day, and I will be on tomorrow night. I had some friends saying they'd love to see me come on more at night again. So I did nighttime, so I will be on tomorrow night. I'm excited to be with y'all tomorrow night. That is posted in my schedule on my page. And I forgot to check and see who was after me today. Is it Miss Mary? I've forgotten. Y'all, our schedules change a lot, and a lot of times we don't know who's after us because some, things come up and people have to change and somebody else fills in. So we try to do that and help out. So sometimes Miss Tracy puts a schedule out there and things can change. So always know that things can change and things can be different. And don't get upset by it because things come up. Your children get sick. You get sick. Things happen. All right, let's do that green. I forgot to do that green stem on the other. I was letting it dry a little bit. Let's just wash our brush out. Let's just wash that out and reuse. Put a little stem on this. Paint our stem. I like that color. And then we can embellish this a little bit too. I got some things we can embellish it with. I'm surprised at how cool this feels. It feels really cool to the touch. The painting is what takes the longest, right? This came off of my lights that I put out in the front yard. So I cut it. My husband says, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "I'm going to use it to put my paint in." But at least I'm recycling and trying to save the earth as much as I can, y'all. Of course, you know, you do have to put it in the garbage. But, y'all, recycle all that you can. If there's something you can make with something, try to do that and save our earth for our kids, our grandchildren. And I want to pray for, was it Massachusetts, y'all? Sorry, I've forgotten the state yesterday, the shooting at that Catholic school. That just totally broke my heart last night. I just know that people have such problems, but man, you know, don't kill innocent children just because you have issues. And my heart breaks for those families and breaks for that church and that school. Just so selfless. But we have to remember too that some people have issues, and you know, it's not necessarily at who is there. Maybe they had a problem at school, maybe they were mistreated, maybe they didn't feel like. So we just need to pray for our nation. We got a lot of mental illness. Pray for mental illness, because we do have a lot of that. And so we don't always know the whole stories, but we just know that people are trouble, and we just need to pray. And a lot of people are homeschooling their children because they're just afraid to send their children to school anymore, y'all. And I can understand. Okay, let me see. I see one little place right there. I'm going to put a little piece of green. So this is looking pretty good. We're going to dry this up. I think that looks good. All right, let's put that brush in there. I'll put these in there too. I'm just waiting to make sure I got all that. I think I did. All right. Okay, those are looking good. Let's dry these up a little bit. What do y'all think? Hey, Shannon, how are you this morning? Good morning, love. Shannon is one of our new creators, and she will be presenting soon. So y'all, we have some new friends. Y'all make sure that you give them a welcome, a warm welcome. Tell them you're glad they're here when you see some new people on Craft Round the Clock. Miss Tracy has 100 and something women to keep up with. And she does a wonderful job. If y'all don't know our Tracy, get to know her. Tracy Campbell, she is a love. We are so blessed to have her. If you don't know her, get to know her. She is a jewel. You will love her work. If you love primitive, she did it. Now, y'all, I'm not into mice and mouse. That's just me. I think it's cute. I thought it was darling. It's not me. It's not me. But I tell you, I've had to deal with so many through the years. My cats used to get them and bring them up on the porch for me. I just appreciate that. And and then one guy in our house, we don't know how, unless we think it was a field mice that got in through our garage, and we didn't know that they had gotten in the house, and they got into everything trying to find a way out. And so we think it happened when we were gone to the beach, and we came home, and I just noticed things were not right and stuff. So we got all that done, and we've got the little sticky traps everywhere in the garage and stuff now. But we had the cat here for a while. Our neighbor's cat stayed with us, and he still kind of hunted. Even though he was older, he still kind of hunted a little bit, so he kind of kept things run off. but he wasn't here when that happened, and y'all, it's terrible, terrible. They even got in some of my craft supplies. At that time, I was in the dining room. I wasn't in here, and they even got in my craft supplies and ruined all that. I had to throw a whole big old bag full of stuff away. So, y'all, they're not my friend, but they're cute. They're cute like that, right? Yeah, that's the way I think they're cute too. They can destroy, and I don't know if there was more than one. the pest control said they think it was more than one, but maybe it had babies. I don't know, but we just, when I came home, things were stirred around and didn't look right, and so we don't know where they came in, but we made sure there wasn't no holes, and we got our garage all done. But it was one big mess. Sorry, y'all, I spilt paint all over this, and I just need to get that out. It's just, I'll try to get some more out with a brush, but I had spilt paint on that little piece. I don't know if I'm going to use that today, but I made a mess with it. Okay, y'all, let's see. Now, I've forgotten what you use to glue these down, so I know you don't need hot glue. I think it was like the either Fabri-Tac or the 3-in-1 or the other glue, this glue. So I'm going to try this because I think you use like tacky glue or Fabri-Tac, either one. Let's use a Fabri-Tac. It's a little stronger. And let me get this on first. How many of you have done the resin and like it? Y'all give me a heart if y'all have done resin. Yeah, I'm not scrolling now. Thank you, Natalie. Yes, you can get that from Amazon. I got it a couple of years ago, and last night I was just in a mood to go ahead and get my fall put up. Y'all, we were having a little tease with this fall weather, but I'm going to tell you, we'll still get hot weather here in the South. This is a tease. It's a tease. Even our weatherman said, okay, y'all enjoy, because but it did get hot yesterday afternoon, but we did not turn our air on because it wasn't hot enough. And so if we can save sometimes, and there's a nice breeze, we've got fans and things. That's how we survived without an air conditioner for a couple of days, even though it was hot. We were able to use the one-room air conditioner in the bedroom, but we took it out now. We're going to put that in our garage from when my husband or I work out there with wood. We'll have an air conditioner out there. We've got a window. Hate to block the window because it does let some light in, but it will be good. So have y'all used the tacky glue on this? You have? Hey, Norma. How are you today? I hope everybody's doing good. Listen, we need to put some of our creators in prayer. Some of them have been sick. I want to pray for Miss Sue. I think, I don't know if she's announced it, but anyway, one of the creators' grandbaby is coming home today. They were born a little premature, and they're supposed to come home. So let's pray that the grandbaby gets to come home today, and that they are completely healthy when they come home. And I don't remember if she's told everybody yet, so I'm not going to say anything on that. If she has, somebody can put that in here. I don't remember if she's announced all that yet. And if y'all remember Miss Cheryl from M&C Treasures, she now has a little grandbaby, has a little girl, granddaughter, and even though Miss Cheryl has not been feeling well, y'all keep her in prayer. She is in love with that grandbaby. And y'all got a little hump here because of that piece on the back. I didn't get it down good. But we're going to try this. I may have to put just a tad of hot glue and see if I can get that to kind of stick for right now, because it's kind of moving a little bit. It's sticking right there. Let's see how that works. Yeah, she has a new grand girl, her youngest son. She was excited about that grandbaby. So I hope that helps her feel better. But Miss Cheryl's still not feeling well, y'all. So y'all keep her in prayer as her and Mike go through this new season with that. And he's had some not felt well as well. I miss Miss Cheryl. I miss the us doing a lot of things together, creating together, having events, things like that. And so I just miss her tremendously. Okay, y'all, that might stick now. It's going to take it a minute with that little humpity hump back there. Let's put a little bit more glue right there. I'm going to put just that hot glue is going to help hold it right now, I think. Don't want it to come falling off. I'm going to press that down for just a minute. I might do a little dry brush on that. And then if you get some glue ookies, just pull them off. You can blow dry that too. Okay, let's put this little leaf right here. Right on there. We've got 15 more minutes. I do have another little thing that we can do if we need to. Okay. Hopefully this is going to stick. So that looks pretty. I'm going to put a little bit of wax on there. Could have put it up a little bit, but I was leaving enough room. And I may pour another leaf, but I think that one will be okay. Hopefully it's going to stick, y'all. All right. I do have this little leaf as well that I could put on there, but I'm not sure. I think you really need two of those. Maybe there is two. I like that. I'm going to put just a little bit of wax on there in brown. Not a ton, just a little bit to kind of bring out those tendrils. I could put a little tendril on there. I'm trying to think if I want to put I'm just putting a little bit on, kind of rubbing it in. Y'all may not leave it a lot on there. That's just going to highlight that pumpkin a little bit, make it look a little bit more, just a tad. I don't want to put too much because it's still drying. Just a little bit down in here. I'm not putting a whole lot, just a little bit of a highlight, just a little bit. I'll show you in just a sec. Just putting a little bit on our pumpkin. So isn't that cute? And that's just a resin. You also could use them, just use your clay or anything that you like. The other side says thankful, and I may do something else to that later. But that's what they look like. And then you could pull this off. As you see, it's kind of hard to get off. Isn't that cute? If you like it, float me a heart if you like that. I'm gonna keep that piece. We might do something else. Do y'all think that we should put a little I think I'm gonna put that little sunflower right there. This is a piece of Form Flex. I'm gonna put a little bit of brown on there, a little bit of that wax. Oh, I think that it might be cute on there. I like that. Let's put that on. Form Flex compound, yes, that's what I use. I love Miss Tammy and the Form Flex. She is a sweet, sweet lady. I'm just going to put that right there on our pumpkin. I think that'll be cute. Let's see if it'll hold. Let me get a little dab of hot glue. This Form Flex will flex even after it's dry, so you can kind of mold it on there. I'm going to hold that a minute. Yeah, we still got a few minutes, so we can grab something else. I'm going to let that kind of dry up. And I may put a little bit more of the wax just to make sure you can see that sunflower. And maybe I might take a little bit of the gold and kind of touch on it a little bit. But I do like that. There we go on that one. I like it. So I'm liking that okay. Now I've got this other board, and let me make sure it's good and dry. This was one that I've redone, and had some colors in the background. I went ahead and used my brown chocolate souffle and put in the wet wipe and just wipe that down. And then I put a little bit of coffee grunge on there so it still looks a little wet. We're going to use that. I've got a couple of pumpkins to decide on that. And we're just going to have another pumpkin, right? I think if I use that, I might have to put a... So you also could put, I even thought about putting this Totally Dazzled on there to kind of dazzle that up a little bit, this leaf up there at the top. So I'm thinking I might do that. I got a little bit more paint in there I've got to get out. And tell me what y'all think. I'm kind of doing two-hand here. See, wouldn't that be pretty up there? Y'all give me a heart if y'all like that leaf. I love it. I think it's pretty. I think that would kind of set it off a little bit. I kind of like that. You like that? And y'all, this was a board that was painted different colors, so I just went back over it with the brown. You might see a little bit of the color come out. It does feel like it's dry. I just wanted to make sure. So I got a couple of different pumpkins we can fix up for this one. So this is one that I have. Now this was a garland. Y'all think I should put it on there? I think so too. I think I'll put it on there. I got to get that... there's just a little bit of orange paint that accidentally touched my paint. It was sitting here to the side, but I think I can get that out with a little needle without pulling my stones out, and we'll just glue that on. I think that'll be pretty. So I've got these, and these were a garland, and there's a little string in it, and I got them at the end of the season last year. I got 2 sets of them. I did one set for my mantle, and then I took this set, and you can put something over the holes or you can fill them in. So I've got these pumpkins. I've also got a metal one, and this one was on a stick. And I think this came from Hobby Lobby. I like this one, but I'd have to use something else too. So I'm just going to kind of play here, see what we think. Be 2 different types of... This one has a block. I had to put a block on this one. Tell me what y'all think. I can put a bow on there. I thought about putting these 2 on there and putting some embellishments here. Give me a thumbs up if you like those. I could do the metal and use it for a different look as well. I'm not sure if I like them mixed, but you could. I think I'll put this one on a small one. I think that's what we'll do with that one. So let's do these and fix these up. Now these also have, this one has a little bit of that same crust on it. You like these 2 together? Let's go ahead and put this block on there. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put it up too. Let's put it on. Thank you. So we'll put this one on, kind of make them have a little bit more 3D. This one's got one. Not worrying about painting the back. We won't really see them. This is another something that I had in my stash. I have a whole set of these. And we're going to put some embellishments on these. So let that one dry. Let's put a few things on here. I do have some sunflowers, some leaves. Let's take some of these. I love these little leaves. I got these at the... I can't remember. I think I got them last year from Hobby Lobby. I haven't really been to Hobby Lobby this year much. I may have gotten them this year, but I don't remember it. Oh, and I like that one too, but I think that gold will look good on that. Let's use that. I got tons of sunflowers, so we could look. Ooh, we can look at those. It's crust, and you can mix paint with it, and it makes you have that little sandy look. And you can kind of stick your little flower in that hole, and that helps cover that up. So I've got this little sunflower. We got some greenery. Let's see, I got tons of sunflowers, y'all. I also have, I'll tell you something else. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. What to do with those white ones? There they are. I got these at the Walmart for 97 cents on the 97-cent aisle. They say that it's a daisy pick, but I think they look like sunflowers. You know, you do have some kind of white sunflowers, so they're okay. I'm thinking maybe the white would make that one stand out a little bit more. Yeah, so let's cut this off just a little bit and put our leaf on this side. I kind of like that. A little bit of greenery on it. Let's try that. Y'all like that? I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue right here in that hole. That's going to cover up one of the holes. I'm just going to kind of push it in. Let's push this out of the way for a minute. Just like that. Let's put a little greenery with it. We're doing good. We're doing good. Still have 5 minutes. We're going to put a little greenery. And y'all know this is my favorite greenery that I get from the Hoblob in a long one, and then I just trim it. I use it all year. It lasts a long time. It really goes far, and I know a lot of the creators used it. When I found it, I found it from somebody else that used it, and then I said, oh, I like that. Okay, y'all, let's put our leaf. We're just going to put it right there under that. Looks like I got a little wax on it, so let's just put a little extra wax. Just fix that up. So these are just simple, so you can find these in the garland. Look at the Hoblob. They usually have it. It's on a it may be over in the unfinished wood with the fall things, but I got mine last year on sale. It wasn't real expensive anyway. It seemed like it wasn't bad at all. Try that. Let's put some greenery. Yeah. Y'all, it's early, and my brain's having to really think some to this morning. Got a little bit of glue on there. A little bit on this. I'm just putting just a tad of glue. Just putting some greenery to kind of dress that up a little bit. I'm going to move that tool a little bit. How many of you have those tool pens and love it? I think Miss Debbie has one. I think she likes hers. I've got to get, I am not crazy about this Surebonder. I'd like to, I was trying to find one that you could just kind of, I never could find the one I wanted. That I love my Ryobi, but it, you know, it is hot. I have a little Ryobi, and I might see if I can get it to work again. It quit working, but it could have been the batteries. Okay, y'all, this green didn't stay, so let's put a little bit more for that. And this one is painted up in the Aperol Spritz. It was green, and I changed it to some orange. So you may see a little of the green on the background, and I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to take and sand the edges just a little bit, make it look more rustic. You've got to be careful with it. I was about to break that leaf off. I got a little bit too wild with that. It wasn't dry yet. So I just put a little bit of something on there, y'all. That's all we did. Yep, we got 2 minutes, so we better get on with it. Let's put something on this one, and I'll see if I've got a different. Let's put one of these on this one. And I'm going to put it on this side so that we can have a different side. And I'm just going to stick some hot glue on there. We'll go ahead and put these on our board. And then let's take another leaf, and let's put, let's see if this one kind of matches the other color on here. Let's put that one on there. And then I'll put some more greenery. I'll add some greenery We can add that afterwards. This one's got a little bit of wax on the flower. Let's put it up that way. Let's go ahead and get these on, and then I can finish embellishing them up later. Just a simple board, y'all. And this, I think this board came from the Hobby, doesn't say. It's just one of those inexpensive boards. That's all it is. So let's get these on here. And that way we can, and I may have to, I think I'm going to put it like this. Let's see if this one will fit. It will fit right in there. I'll get that done. And then I'm going to make a bow and put with this one, and I will post a picture. Hold on, y'all. Kind of wanted them off just a little bit, just so those would sit cute. And I might do something else to this background. It looks really dark, so maybe I'll lighten it up a little bit. So there's that one. And I'm going to add some more embellishments to that, and then I'll post a picture on Craft Round the Clock and on my page, because my time is up and don't want to take somebody else's time. So there's that one. This one, I'm going to add our leaf right up here on this one. I think that will be pretty. Thank y'all for the hearts. So those are just some little simple ideas for you today. Sometimes we just like simple, right? So y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you for being with me. Love you all. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And remember that we're on Fun Friday tomorrow, and I can't wait to do something cute with you then. See you soon.